So let's quickly define a moment of a force. So a moment of a force is the product of a force and the perpendicular distance from the line of action of the force to the pivot. Now, you should understand that for a moment to exist, there must be a force applied perpendicular to the distance which is going to the point of rotation. So our pivot is the point of rotation, and the distance d is at right angles to the force which can cause a rotation. So a moment is a product of a force and the perpendicular distance. The term product means multiplication. So mathematically we can actually say moment of a force is equals to product of a force and perpendicular distance. Product is multiplication. So it's force times perpendicular distance to the pivot. Now, in an exam situation, you can't write this long expression. The symbol for a moment is capital P, force capital F, and D, you can use small d. How do we get the units of a moment? We can see that a moment is coming from multiplying a force and a distance. Therefore, the units of a moment, square brackets means units, is equivalent to the units of a force times the units of distance. What are the units of force? Newton. What are the units of distance? Meter. Hence, the unit of a moment is a Newton meter. Another important aspect which is highly examined at IGCSE is you should know that a moment measures or describes the turning effect of a force. This force here will cause the object to rotate or topple to the anti-clockwise, to the clockwise direction. So this is the turning effect of a force. It causes rotation or toppling. So a moment describes or measures the turning effect of a force about a point. Now, how do we calculate a moment of a force? From the definition, we said moment is product of force and perpendicular distance. So we safely say moment is equals to force in newtons times perpendicular distance in meters. You can find in some textbooks, they will say it's force times small s. They use small s for distance. In some textbooks, they'll say F small d. They use small d for distance. It's one thing. In any of the cases, the Newton meter holds as the unit of a moment. So this is an illustration here. The force must be acting perpendicular to the distance. They must be at an angle of 90. The angle between the distance and the force should be 90 always. And you multiply the force and the distance to get the moment. So let's quickly use an example to demonstrate how moments are calculated. Example number 1. A child places her bag on a seesaw as shown on the diagram below. Calculate the moment about the pivot due to the bag. So in other words, they want the moment about the pivot. We are taking the pivot as the rotational point. What happens the turning effect if the child moves the bag towards the pivot? So let's solve this problem. The first thing we need to do is to extract data. Let's extract data. See what we are given and what we need. So we are given distance that is perpendicular to the force. The distance, the pivot, is perpendicular to the force, and that distance is 1.5 meters. We are also given the force applied. The weight of the bag is the force, which is given as 300 newtons. And we are required to find the moment. So P, the moment, is equals to question mark. This is the requirement of the question. So let's quickly solve item A. We know that moment is the product of a force and the perpendicular distance. What is the force? 300 newtons. What is the distance, the pivot? It is 1.5 meters, giving us a total of 450 newton meters as the product. So item A has been solved. Item B says, what happens to the turning effect if the child moves the bag towards the pivot? If the bag is moved towards the pivot, what happens to P, the turning effect? Remember, the moment measures the turning effect of a force. Now, from the equation, moment is equals to force times perpendicular distance. If the force increases, P increases. If the distance increases, P increases. In this case, the child is moving the bag towards the pivot, meaning the distance is reducing. So she reduces the distance, meaning the moment must reduce as well. So we can safely say the turning effect reduces or decreases since distance is directly proportional to the moment. In this particular question, you can put a full stop here because they didn't say explain. They just said what happens. So this is the key. The turning effect reduces or decreases. Why is it so? The force, the distance, they are both directly proportional to the moment. What happens the moment? What happens the distance is what happens the moment. So the distance should reduce. Let me give you a practice question. Practice question 1. A mechanic unties a boat using a spanner of length 0.20 meters, as shown in the diagram. To accomplish this task, he applies a vertical force F at the end of the spanner to generate a turning effect of 12 Newton meters. Right. Assume that the force F is perpendicular. So they are saying the force F is perpendicular to the distance. Calculate the force F applied by the mechanic to untie the boat. Now, we need to change the subject because in this particular case, remember we said from definition, a moment is equals to force times distance. But this question requires us to find a force. So we need to make the force F subject of formula. And for us to do that, we divide both sides by x so that this will cancel and you remain with F is equals to P over x. If you have a problem mathematically with changing the subject, you can use the triangle for formula. The triangle for formula, a moment is the product, so this is product. A moment is the product of a force and the perpendicular distance to the line of action. Now, if you want the force, this is division. If you want distance, this is division. So those who have a problem with changing the subject, you can use the triangle for formula. So let's quickly solve this problem. Using the change of subject, for item A, we are calculating F, and we know that by change of subject, F is equal to the moment over distance. By triangle formula, force is equal to moment divided by distance. So they are in agreement. What is the moment? We are told the turning effect. The turning effect is 12 Newton meters. This is the moment. So 12 Newton meters divided by, what is the distance? It is 0.2 meters from the pivot. So 0.2 meters from the pivot. And we are supposed to get 16 newtons. The meter will cancel the meter. The only unit remaining there is a newton. So part B says, state and explain the advantage of applying the force at the end of the spanner rather than at P. Now, at the end of the spanner, it gives you a bigger distance. Remember, we said P is equals to Fx. If x reduces, P reduces. If F reduces, P reduces. So we are applying the same force, but at P, meaning we have reduced the distance. So what are the advantages of applying it at a bigger distance? At a bigger distance, there is a bigger turning effect. Therefore, we need a minimum force, we gain a mechanical advantage. A smaller force will be producing a bigger turning effect, so it will be easy to untie the boat. In other words, we are saying when x is getting smaller, p is also getting smaller. So if we apply it from p, we have a smaller distance, meaning the turning effect is smaller. We want a bigger turning effect so that we gain a mechanical advantage. So the ideal answer should be a bigger turning effect is produced at the end compared to at P. Therefore, it will be easier to untie the boat. Practice question number 2. A student pushes a door open by applying a horizontal force at the door handle. The door rotates about a vertical hinge fixed on one side. So the force is perpendicular to the distance as shown by this symbol here. A force of 12 newtons is applied to the handle perpendicular to the door, producing a moment of 15 newton meters about the hinge. Calculate the perpendicular distance S between the hinge and the handle. Now, here they are looking for a distance. Those who are good with math, we just say moment is equals to force times distance. We are looking for distance, hence we are going to divide both sides by F, and we end up saying X is equals to P over F. For those who have a problem, you can use the triangle formula. We want the distance. So distance is equals to moment divided by a force. So to solve A, we quickly say the distance S is equals to the moment divided by the force applied. What is the moment? 15 Newton meters. What is the force applied? 25 newtons, giving us 0.6. Now, when you are submitting your answer, you are not allowed to submit your answer to one significant figure. All answers should be presented to two significant figures. So on your final space provided, you should provide your answer as 0.60 meters. In other words, if you submit your answer to one significant figure, you won't get the marks. For you to get the marks, your answers must be to a minimum of two significant figures. I hope you have been helped on how to calculate moments, how to define moments. Let me close by mentioning about 6 day-to-day applications of moments. Where do we use or see moments in our day-to-day life? So the first thing we talked about is the spanner. The concept of untying nuts and bolts using a spanner involves moments. The second thing we have seen in the previous example is the door and hinge system, or the window and hinge system. The third area is a scissors. There is a turning point here, so it observes or operates on the principle of moments. The other thing are bottle openers. They operate on the principle of moments. And we also have a seesaw play. It operates on the principle of moments as the force and the distance are perpendicular to each other. And finally, on a merry-go-round, that play observes the principle of moments. I hope you have been helped and you enjoyed today's class. Until we continue with the topic moments, enjoy your time.